So the big day's arrived and your new refrigerator's shown up. It's nice and big and shiny and, oh yeah, it's got that awesome ice maker you've always wanted to have. So you better plumb that sucker in, right? Well, so you hop down to your hardware store and you pick up one of these kits and... Wrong. There are two things wrong with this kit. The first thing is this. The tubing. It's vinyl. What's wrong with vinyl? Well, lots. Especially since it makes the water smell and taste funny. So, guess what? Ditch the vinyl? Substitute this. Copper tubing. It's almost as easy to work with as the vinyl and doesn't make the water taste funny at all. In fact, most homes have copper tubing all through them, and it's only recently we've actually started using plastic. The second thing that's wrong? This sucker. It's called a saddle valve. It's supposed to be real easy to install, and you know what? It kind of is, but there's a few problems with them. It has to do with the plumbing in your house. Let's take a look at some of the pipes that you might see. There's 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch PEX or plastic, and 3/4 inch. These saddle valves are designed for 1/2 inch copper piping only. So if you use it on anything else, it ain't gonna work. In fact, it's gonna leak like a sieve. Found that out the hard way. So what do? Ditch that. Besides, almost every home these days has the plastic PEX tubing in it. So instead, you cut it and insert one of these things. It's a T-valve. And it's real simple. You take your PEX tubing, attach it on either side. Don't forget to put the crimp connector on first, and then crimp it in place. Don't cheap out and use pliers. Rent a crimper. It will save your sanity. Once you've done that, connect up your copper tubing to the end, run it up to your fridge, hook it onto the back. Both ends will have a compression connection on it that will just tighten up and cinch it on there. It will not leak. Trust me. Just do it up nice and tight.
So what do you do when, not if, you mess up? For example, we found out we couldn't use the saddle valve. We had to remove it. Problem is, we left a hole behind. So what do? Here's a clever way to fill it in. First, put a little dab of caulking compound where the hole is. I recommend you turn the water off first. Then take a small sheet metal screw and screw it into the hole. The screw does two things. It obviously acts as a block for the water so it won't come out, and the threads actually thread into the copper pipe so it'll seal it up. The caulking adds some extra sealant to really help keep it tight. Works great.